In this problem, we are asked to use the rational root theorem to find the possible rational roots. We don't actually have to find which ones work. We're just looking for which ones are the possibilities. So in order to do that, we're going to use P over Q. And remember that P is all the factors of your last term, your constant term, and Q are all the factors of your leading coefficient. So for P, I'm looking for what are all of the factors of 3. And even though there's a negative in front of that, that doesn't really matter because everything that I write down will have a plus or minus in front of it because it could be the positive or the negative version of those numbers. So 3 is not too bad of a number to have to figure out. The only numbers that multiply to 3 are 1 and 3. So I'm going to write down plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3. When I go to Q, it's also 3. So plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3. So I have the same factors for P and for Q. Now I have to write them out as a list. So it's kind of tricky. I have to do all the different combinations. So for the first one, what I like to do is take everything on the top, and I'm going to divide it just by 1. So I'm going to do 1 divided by 1, which is 1, and then I'll do 3 divided by 1, which is 3. So I've got my first two possibilities listed out. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to divide everything in the all my P factors by 3. So I have 1 divided by 3, that's 1/3. And then I also have 3 divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 I could simplify into 1, but 1 is already listed right here. So this one right here, we're just going to cross out. I don't need it because it was already listed. So you don't have to list repeats, which will sometimes happen as you're going through. Things will reduce into factors that you've already listed. So we actually only have technically 6 possibilities, but we only had to list out 3 numbers for all the possible rational roots of this function.